I'm Rick Press from DFW.com, and we're here at Colonial Country Club at the Inner Sanctum, where the winner will actually be sitting on Sunday. I'm here with the Dean of DFW Golf Writers, Jimmy Birch. Jimmy, hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
I mean, I know you wrote that whole section.
A lot of compelling stuff
for the
here,
Star-Telegram, but
yeah.
We're here on video. We want to talk about
Let's
the Colonial.
Absolutely. It's great to be here at the Crowne Plaza Invitational at Colonial.
That's right.
Biggest week of the year on the local golf calendar and local and social calendar.
And social,
for
my
Fort
favorite
Worth.
week of the year, bar none. Lots
Absolutely.
of parties going on.
I would go with that.
And that's not just hole number 13.
It is not. Golf and parties are two great things.
First, let's talk about the golf.
Okay, golf's good.
Who are the players to watch this week at Colonial?
I mean, the obvious guy coming in is Adam Scott, who just took over the #1 ranking in the world golf rankings from Tiger Woods on Monday. He's a 2013 Masters champ. Jordan Spieth is the hot local guy. He's number 9 in the world rankings. And Matt Kuchar is number 4 in the world rankings, with a chance, if he plays well and Adam doesn't, the rankings are a little bit hard to calculate. It would take way more videotape to explain than what we have here. Not inconceivable with a win at Colonial and a bad week from Scott that Kuchar could leave here as the #1 golfer in the world rankings. And your usual, Hunter Mahan and Jim Furyk, Rickie Fowler, and then Jimmy Walker, former Baylor player, lives down in Bernie near San Antonio. #1 guy in the FedEx Cup points. A lot of star power at Colonial this year, more than recent years. It's been since 1995 that Colonial's had the #1 player in the world golf rankings, and that was Nick Price that year. So that's a real coup.
So in other words, who needs Tiger Woods?
Who?
Exactly.
Oh.
Now, the players that I'm kind of excited about don't necessarily fall into who's the best player.
Sure.
You
like stories.
I like stories. Well, I like Rickie Fowler because he wears really cool colors.
Yeah, and he'll have that all orange gear, look like a dreamsicle on Sunday. And
now another player I love to watch, maybe not on everybody's radar, Brandt Snedeker. And the reason I like to watch him, fastest player out there.
Fastest player, maybe the best putter, and that's a great combination. Especially, I like quick golf. I play quick golf because I need to get it over with fast before too many people notice how many strokes I've taken.
Now, another player that you have to always consider at Colonial, Zach Johnson, 2-time champion.
Absolutely.
Are we going to have another Zach attack this year?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. It's his time. He's won in 2010. He won in 2012. This is 2014. He
was third place last year.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Well, he's been top 10 5 straight years, and that's as good as anyone's ever done for a consecutive stretch. You'd be foolish to leave him out of the top 2 or 3 in your handicap.
Now, if you want to watch big towering drives, Dustin Johnson is the guy to follow, right?
Yeah, and it's been a few years since he's been here. The only time he played here, I believe, was 2008. He made the cut, but then left after that secondary cut on Saturday. So I actually
remember watching him make a hole-in-one.
Do you? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's one of the few that's had one here, and it's good to have him back. He could overpower this course if he keeps it straight. And his fiancee, Paulina Gretzky, will.
Is she going to be here?
Yeah, she was at the Nelson. I would imagine she'll be here for this as well.
2 more reasons to come. One, you might see a Dustin Johnson hole-in-one, and you might see Paulina Gretzky.
Absolutely.
I'm just looking through the party pics from last year at Colonial.
Whoa.
And this is
good stuff.
There's a really great scene here. Let's talk about Colonial. It's more than just a golf tournament, much more.
Way more. Always has been. Always has been.
Of course, you got to start with number 13, the party hole.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've heard rumors that they're going to try and put the kibosh on the caddy races. I say the fans aren't going to let that happen.
Well, we'll see what, they had a few caddy races at 17 at the Nelson last week. I don't think they can. It's up to the caddies. It's been discouraged by the PGA Tour for safety reasons and liability reasons, and whatever happens, happens.
But 13 is you can't cut off the party at 13, no matter what happens.
Absolutely not. That's the party hole here. It's going to be the party hole here, and it's just a fun environment out there. One shot over the water, do or die for the golfers, and people, making friendly, guesstimaents about who might be closest to the pin.
There's no wagering.
Of course not. No wagering.
Johnny Manziel.
None of this, Johnny. and certainly they would never wager on which caddy would get to the green first.
Big changes here at Colonial. Let's talk about those.
Sure.
A new entrance
Frost Park. That's going to be that's the biggest change, I guess, for people. You know, that's where the shuttle buses will drop everyone off, and you'll come through that park. And part of the new security measures on the PGA Tour this year is for every fan to get wanded, and that's a good place for that to happen.
That's always fun. I enjoy
Of course,
that, yeah.
Wanding is fun. But there's a lot of interactive games there, activities.
And there's going to be concerts
Absolutely.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Right.
The biggest concert Saturday night is the Old 97s, and it's a free concert, which is really cool. You don't have to have a Colonial ticket to come watch the show. Show up earlier in the day. They're going to have big screens, and you can watch the action on the course from there. Great place to kind of bring your kids too if you don't want
Absolutely.
to go in.
They have, you know, like a miniature putting area, interactive games, and the free concerts is one of the cooler things. All 3 nights. If
Reckless Kelly on Friday night,
if you're
Old
not
97s on Saturday.
Yeah, if you're not a huge golf fan and you're just a music fan, you can drift out here at the end of play and just listen to some good music for however long they play.
And also new flavors at Colonial. The Woodshed, Tim Love's restaurant, is not far from Colonial, but that's not enough for Tim Love. He's got to have world domination, and he's taking over the concessions at Colonial, which means much better food this year.
It does. I can vouch for the chicken sandy sandwich already. A mere $9 based on what I've seen at the concession stand. Good stuff though.
Gourmet comes at a price,
which is
I'm happy to pay it.
You can't rush quality.
He's going to have his gourmet burgers out here. He's going to have some tamales. There's going to be all sorts of, not just at the regular concession stands, but also in the corporate.
But he's not in charge of he's not changing the margarita machine, I hope. I don't think so.
I don't think they let him go that far.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
A few other things, though. You've got to have some good strategies when you come as a fan to Colonial. I'm a fan of, I come multiple days, of course.
Sure.
I like to walk the course at least once. Definitely walk through the Horrible Horseshoe.
Absolutely. And best walk on the PGA Tour because it's not a lot of, very tight tee to green and pretty level. Easiest, this is the caddy's favorite course on tour because it's one of their easiest walks of the year for 18 holes.
Other good places to watch other than number 13. One of my favorites is number 9. You can sit around
that's my favorite hole
there, and you can watch the shots. The second shots come in over the water, and sometimes they spin it back into the water, but we hope not too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, also at 15, 16, and 17, you can watch them teeing off on the par 3 at 16. You can watch them hitting their second shots at 17, and even see some of the tee shots from 15 if you sort of hang out under those trees there. So this is kind of an inside info we don't give everybody.
Yeah, that was Byron Nelson's favorite place, at 15, 16, 17 in the shade. That's where Byron always liked to hang out and watch the Colonial.
All right, so we're going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Your pick for the winner of this year, 2014 Crowne Plaza Invitational Colonial.
Jordan Spieth. He got his warm-up rounds out of the way at the Nelson last week. He likes this course actually better. I've had a good feeling. It fits his game better is what he's saying. I think he put a little too much pressure on himself at the Nelson to knock it stiff and win big in front of the home crowd. He'll be a little bit more relaxed, and I just feel like he's due to get one here in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Wow, wouldn't that be awesome?
It would be awesome. It would be awesome.